Picture this: you're standing at a crossroads, weighed down by a setback that feels insurmountable. Maybe it's the loss of a job, a broken relationship, or the overwhelming uncertainty of what comes next. You ask yourself, why does life have to be this hard? Challenges like these are universal, yet they have the power to shake us to our core. But what if I told you that the answers to navigating these struggles have been around for thousands of years? Ancient philosophers, particularly the Stoics, faced adversity just as we do: wars, losses, betrayals, and personal struggles. Yet they discovered profound and practical ways to not only endure these challenges but to thrive because of them. Stoicism isn't just dusty old text, it's a guidebook for life, offering tools to help us rise above even the toughest of circumstances. In this video, we're diving into 20 Stoic responses to life's most pressing challenges, each one designed to give you clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. By the end, you'll not only understand the wisdom of these timeless principles, but also know how to put them into practice in your own life. Let's begin this journey together and unlock the power of Stoicism to transform the way you face life's hurdles. Now turning to the first response, accepting fate, known as Amor Fati. This Stoic principle centers on the powerful idea of loving one's fate, embracing everything that happens to us, the good and the bad, as necessary pieces of our life's puzzle. At first, this might seem counterintuitive. Why would we love events that bring hardship, disappointment, or pain? But the Stoics believed that by accepting reality as it unfolds, resisting the urge to label it as inherently good or bad, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Imagine losing a job. On the surface, this experience might feel solely negative, stressful, and unfair. But through the lens of Amor Fati, we can shift our perspective. What if this setback presents an opportunity for growth, a chance to pivot towards something better, to develop resilience, and to discover new possibilities? Instead of being consumed by frustration or regret, we can choose to see the event as one step in a larger journey that shapes who we are. The essence of Amor Fati lies not in passive resignation but in active embrace. By welcoming all that life hands us, we transcend the role of victim and step into the role of creator, using each experience as raw material to build a richer, more meaningful life. Now turning to how you can apply Amor Fati in your daily life. Practicing the love of fate starts with small but impactful habits. One powerful method is journaling. At the end of each day, take a moment to write about the events you experienced, especially the ones that felt challenging or disappointing. Instead of focusing on the negative, try reframing them. Ask yourself, what lesson can I take from this? How might this situation be shaping me for the better? Over time, this practice trains your mind to spot opportunities for growth hidden within obstacles. Another approach is to intentionally express gratitude for unexpected or difficult moments. For instance, if you face a delay on your commute, instead of succumbing to frustration, challenge yourself to find the silver lining. Maybe it gave you time to reflect or to notice something you otherwise would have missed. Here's a real-life example. Imagine someone who faced rejection from their dream job. Initially, it felt devastating, but instead of spiraling, they used that moment as fuel to explore other paths. Perhaps they started a business or pursued a passion they had previously set aside. In hindsight, they might even describe that rejection as one of the best things that ever happened to them. By seeing every experience as a valuable thread in the fabric of your life, you cultivate resilience and foster an attitude of acceptance and growth. This is the heart of Amor Fati, not simply tolerating the curveballs life throws your way, but embracing them as vital parts of your story. Moving forward, we arrive at the cornerstone of Stoic wisdom, the dichotomy of control. This principle is a game-changer for navigating life's uncertainties, teaching us to focus only on what we can control and release the grip on everything outside our influence. Imagine you are preparing for a job interview. You can control how thoroughly you prepare, the way you dress, and the effort you put into presenting yourself with confidence. But whether or not the company chooses you, that lies entirely outside your sphere of control. Worrying over their decision only wastes energy that could be channeled into refining your skills or seeking new opportunities. Another common example lies in relationships. You cannot control how others feel about you or if they reciprocate your efforts in the same way, but you can control the kindness, respect, and authenticity you bring into the relationship. When you shift your focus from worrying about what others think to concentrating on living in alignment with your values, you free your mind from unnecessary anxiety. The key lies in this simple but powerful Stoic mindset. Take responsibility for your own actions and thoughts without being tethered to outcomes that rely on external forces. This approach fosters inner peace because it eliminates the emotional turbulence tied to things you could never fully sway. By practicing this daily, stopping to ask yourself, is this something I can control? You establish clarity between what deserves your energy and what you must let go. In doing so, you reclaim power over your mental space and build resilience against whatever life throws your way. Now turning to the deeper practice of cultivating inner strength through controlled focus, let us explore how mindfulness can amplify the power of the dichotomy of control. Imagine starting each day by taking a brief pause to reflect on two things: what is within your control and what is not. This small habit creates mental clarity and sets the tone for a more grounded approach to life. For instance, let's say you encounter a frustrating situation like being stuck in heavy traffic. While you cannot control the flow of cars or the time it takes to reach your destination, you can control your response. You can choose patience over frustration by using the moment to listen to a favorite podcast or practice deep breathing exercises. These small shifts in focus can transform what feels like an obstacle into an opportunity for growth. Another practical exercise involves journaling. At the end of each day, write down a situation where you felt overwhelmed or emotional. Then ask yourself whether your reaction was rooted in trying to control the uncontrollable. This reflective practice helps you identify patterns in your thinking and trains your mind to respond more intentionally over time. Even in interactions with others, this principle can be a game changer. When faced with criticism, pause and ask whether the feedback is something you can act on constructively or if it reflects factors beyond your influence, like someone's personal biases. By choosing not to be reactive, you remain composed and demonstrate emotional maturity. This intentional focus not only strengthens your resilience but also creates a calmer, more centered state of mind. Ultimately, by practicing mindfulness and maintaining awareness of what deserves your attention, you liberate yourself from unnecessary mental clutter. Such clarity enables you to navigate challenges with grace rather than resistance. The more you commit to this approach, the more you will find that true strength lies not in controlling life itself, but in controlling the way you respond to it. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve into the Stoic practice of embracing voluntary discomfort. This might sound counterintuitive at first. Why would anyone willingly choose discomfort? Yet, for Stoics like Seneca, this practice was a cornerstone of building resilience and mastering life's inevitable hardships. Imagine moments in your life when you faced unexpected adversity. Perhaps it was losing something you valued deeply or navigating a sudden, challenging setback. These experiences likely tested your patience, strength, and adaptability. Now consider how different it might feel if you had already trained yourself to endure discomfort in smaller, controlled doses. For example, Seneca often recommended his students temporarily forego luxuries or conveniences they were accustomed to, like eating plain meals instead of their favorite dishes or wearing simpler clothing. The purpose wasn't to punish oneself, but to prepare the mind and body for times when luxuries might be taken away involuntarily. This practice removes the fear of deprivation, proving to yourself that you can endure hardship and thrive even when life feels less comfortable. In a modern context, this idea can be applied in many simple yet effective ways. You could try intermittent fasting, giving your body brief periods without food while cultivating mental discipline. Or consider stepping out into the cold without bundling up immediately, letting yourself feel the chill for a few moments as a reminder of how strong you are when faced with discomfort. These small, intentional acts of stepping beyond your comfort zone act as resilience training, teaching your mind that discomfort is not an enemy, but a temporary state you can handle and even grow from. Another benefit is emotional resilience. Imagine choosing to sit with difficult emotions like sadness or frustration, rather than immediately seeking to escape them through distraction. By allowing yourself to feel these emotions without resistance, you grow stronger in facing them. This reinforces the idea that discomfort, whether physical or emotional, does not define you. It is simply a passing experience that you have the power to endure. The next time you encounter voluntary discomfort, remind yourself that you are not just enduring it, you are actively strengthening your character. These small, intentional challenges build an unshakable inner foundation, preparing you to face life's bigger obstacles with calm and confidence. Embracing this practice, you will find that true resilience isn't something you are born with, it is something you cultivate, one small act of courage at a time. Moving forward, let's explore how the practice of voluntary discomfort can seamlessly fit into modern life, providing tangible steps that anyone can take to strengthen their resilience. Imagine simplifying your lifestyle for a short period, perhaps committing to a week where you limit your spending to only the essentials. This isn't about deprivation, but about discovering how little you truly need to feel content. It's a way to shift your mindset from reliance on external comforts to an inner sense of sufficiency. Or perhaps consider stepping out of your routine by tackling something that feels intimidating, like speaking up in a meeting or trying an unfamiliar workout. These small, deliberate acts of stepping beyond your comfort zone help you build courage in areas where you might usually hold back. For example, let's talk about James, a teacher who decided to leave his car at home and bike to work for an entire month. At first, the added effort and early mornings felt overwhelming, but as the days went by, he noticed something remarkable. He felt physically stronger, mentally clearer, and even began to enjoy the process of overcoming his initial resistance. James later shared how this small act of voluntary discomfort reshaped his perspective on challenges, helping him approach both professional and personal obstacles with renewed confidence. Similarly, consider Mia, who made a habit of cold showers for 30 seconds each morning. Though it sounded daunting at first, she quickly realized the practice wasn't just about enduring physical discomfort. It was about starting her day with a reminder of her ability to face what feels uncomfortable. Over time, this mindset spilled over into other areas, helping her confront stressful situations at work with greater composure. These modern adaptations of voluntary discomfort aren't about proving how tough you are. They're about building a quiet inner strength that helps you face life's uncertainties with grace. The beauty of these practices lies in their accessibility. You don't need elaborate plans or extreme measures. Even small acts done consistently can lead to profound growth. Each time you embrace discomfort intentionally, you send a powerful message to yourself that you are capable, adaptable, and stronger than your fears. This foundation becomes your anchor, allowing you to navigate life's inevitable challenges with a calm, steady resolve. As we move to the next Stoic response, let's delve into how the Stoic philosophy teaches us to view obstacles not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth. Now turning to viewing obstacles as fuel, we explore one of the most empowering ideas from Marcus Aurelius: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This profound statement invites us to see challenges not as barriers but as stepping stones toward progress. Imagine encountering a setback at work. Perhaps a project you poured your heart into gets delayed or rejected. While frustration is natural, the Stoic response would be to pause and ask, how can I use this situation to grow? Maybe the delay allows you to refine your skills, uncover a new approach, or even collaborate with others in ways you hadn't considered before. By shifting your perspective, the obstacle that once felt like an insurmountable wall becomes a chance to innovate and develop resilience. Consider the story of Ethan, an entrepreneur whose business faced significant financial difficulties during a downturn. Instead of succumbing to despair, he embraced the Stoic mindset, viewing this challenge as an opportunity to rethink his strategies. Ethan streamlined operations, pivoted to offering digital services, and ultimately grew a more adaptable and successful business model. Reflecting on the experience, Ethan shared that without the obstacle, he might never have developed the sharper focus and creativity that propelled him forward. Or think about Sarah, an artist who struggled with a creative block that left her uninspired for months. Rather than forcing herself to produce something she wasn't passionate about, she used the time to explore new mediums and techniques. The blockage, frustrating as it was, became the catalyst for her to discover new dimensions of her talent. Sarah now credits that period of stagnation for unlocking a creative depth she had never tapped into before. This mindset shift isn't about pretending obstacles don't exist, but about training yourself to see their hidden potential. Each challenge presents a chance to practice resilience, develop ingenuity, and strengthen your character. When you approach difficulties with this attitude, you transform them into powerful learning experiences. The very thing that appeared to block your path can become the foundation for your next achievement. With this in mind, let's move to another cornerstone of Stoic wisdom, understanding the impermanence of all things and how embracing it can bring a sense of peace and gratitude. Now turning to building a growth mindset from obstacles, let's explore how you can step by step reframe challenges as opportunities for personal and professional development. The first step is to pause and reflect when faced with a difficulty. Instead of reacting immediately with frustration or defeat, take a moment to ask, what can I learn from this situation? Shifting the focus from the problem itself to the potential lesson it offers helps you regain control over your response. For example, if you experience a disagreement with a colleague, it could be an opportunity to improve your communication or practice patience. Next, actively brainstorm creative solutions. Write down different ways to approach the challenge, even ideas that seem unconventional at first glance. This process not only helps you find new paths forward, but also trains your brain to see possibilities where others might see only dead ends. For instance, if a project deadline suddenly gets moved up, use it as a chance to prioritize tasks more effectively or delegate responsibilities to build teamwork. Another powerful technique is to seek the silver lining in difficult situations. This doesn't mean ignoring the hardship, but rather recognizing any hidden benefits it might bring. If you've ever had to cancel plans due to unforeseen circumstances, perhaps it gave you unexpected time to rest or focus on something you had been neglecting. Seeing the good within the bad reinforces your ability to find value in every experience. Learning from others can also be transformative. Seek out stories or advice from individuals who have turned their obstacles into achievements. Their experiences can offer practical insights and inspire you to approach your own challenges with a more constructive attitude. For example, many successful entrepreneurs attribute their breakthroughs to moments of great adversity that forced them to innovate. Finally, commit to viewing every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Even small setbacks can teach us patience, resilience, and perspective if we approach them with the right mindset. By actively practicing this reframing process, you gradually build a habit of turning challenges into stepping stones for growth. With this foundation, you'll be better equipped to face life's trials with confidence and adaptability. Now, as the next phase of our journey unfolds, let's delve into the Stoic perspective on the impermanence of all things and how embracing this truth can lead to a deeper sense of peace and gratitude. As the next phase of the journey unfolds, let's explore the Stoic understanding of impermanence and its profound impact on how we perceive life's highs and lows. The Stoics believed that everything in life is fleeting: our possessions, our achievements, even our relationships. By recognizing this truth, they argued, we could free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and develop a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The tighter you clutch it, the more it slips away. Life functions in much the same way when we cling too tightly to what we have or chase endlessly after what we desire. Accepting impermanence allows us to let go of this constant grasping and live with greater equanimity. For example, when we come to terms with the fact that success is not permanent, we can savor our accomplishments fully while remaining humble and prepared for whatever comes next. Similarly, understanding that material possessions are temporary can shift our focus from hoarding to sharing, from consuming to cherishing what truly matters. This perspective doesn't mean we dismiss life's joys or detach entirely from the world. Instead, it teaches us to engage with life more meaningfully by being present and grateful for what we have while it lasts. Consider the moments you spend with loved ones. When we remind ourselves that these experiences won't last forever, it makes each smile, conversation, and gesture all the more precious. Even in difficult times, embracing impermanence can bring relief. Pain, hardship, and disappointment are not eternal, and this knowledge can provide comfort during life's storms. A Stoic might reflect, "This too shall pass," as a reminder that no state, whether joy or sorrow, is permanent. By internalizing this concept, we reduce fear of loss and cultivate a sense of peace in accepting life's natural ebb and flow. With a clearer understanding of impermanence, we can see how this philosophy fosters gratitude and resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. Now, let's build on this idea by discovering practical ways to find peace through embracing life's transient nature. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's explore how embracing impermanence can bring peace into our lives through mindful reflection and daily practices. A powerful way to connect with the transient beauty of life is through journaling. Take a few moments each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be monumental. Perhaps it's the warmth of sunlight streaming through your window, a kind word from a friend, or simply the comfort of a good meal. By acknowledging these fleeting moments, you foster a deeper appreciation for the present and develop a habit of recognizing life's subtle joys before they pass. Another helpful practice is to reflect on Marcus Aurelius' meditations regarding impermanence. He often reminded himself and us that everything we see will eventually change or fade, from the towering trees to the bustling cities and even our own lives. But this is not cause for despair. Aurelius saw this truth as a call to live fully and virtuously in the time we are given. Imagine stepping outside, observing the world around you, and pondering how all things are connected in their temporary existence. This reflection can ground you in the reality of now, encouraging you to cherish what is rather than lament what may not last. You might also try a visualization exercise to strengthen your connection with impermanence. Picture a loved one, not with dread of loss, but with an awareness that your time with them is finite and therefore infinitely valuable. This mental practice can enhance your relationships by inspiring you to show greater patience, kindness, and presence. When you truly grasp that each moment is irreplaceable, you engage with life on a deeper level, cultivating a sense of peace that comes from fully living in the present. By integrating these practices into your routine, you can transform the Stoic understanding of impermanence from an abstract idea into a daily source of strength and gratitude. And as we continue our journey, let's turn our focus to another profound Stoic practice, preparing for life's challenges with the morning reflection. Now turning to the practice of morning reflection, we delve into a cornerstone of Stoic preparation for the day ahead. Imagine starting your morning not by rushing into tasks or scrolling through your phone, but by taking a moment to mentally prepare for the challenges that might arise. The Stoics believed that anticipating difficulties equips the mind with a sense of readiness, much like a warrior sharpening their sword before battle. Marcus Aurelius often began his day reflecting on the obstacles he might encounter. People may be unkind, plans could go awry, or unforeseen problems might surface. But instead of dreading these events, he reminded himself that his power lies in how he chooses to respond. You too can practice this mindset. Before diving into your daily routine, sit quietly and visualize the scenarios that could test your patience or resolve. Perhaps you have a difficult meeting, a long commute, or a challenging personal conversation ahead. Envision how these situations might unfold and, more importantly, how you would like to respond with calmness, patience, and integrity. By rehearsing these responses in your mind, you create a mental blueprint for composure, allowing you to approach your day with confidence and emotional stability. Another way to enhance this practice is by considering the Stoic virtue of justice. As you reflect on the potential challenges, ask yourself how you can act fairly and honorably, even when faced with negativity or adversity. Visualize yourself countering unkindness with understanding, frustration with patience, and setbacks with resilience. This exercise not only prepares you for life's difficulties, but also aligns your actions with your values, fostering personal growth and self-respect. The beauty of morning reflection lies in its simplicity. It requires no tools, no special setting, just a few quiet minutes to center your thoughts and prepare your mind. By making this a daily habit, you start each day grounded, intentional, and ready to face whatever comes your way with grace and clarity. And as we continue building our Stoic toolkit, let's explore how the evening reflection deepens this journey of self-awareness and growth. Now turning to creating a powerful morning ritual, let's break this practice into simple, actionable steps that you can incorporate into your daily life. Begin your morning by finding a quiet space where you can dedicate a few uninterrupted minutes to yourself. Sit comfortably and take a few deep breaths to center your mind. Once you feel grounded, start by asking yourself, what challenges might I face today? Think about the situations, interactions, or tasks that could test your patience, resilience, or kindness. This is not about worrying or dwelling on what might go wrong, but preparing your mind with clarity and intention. Next, reflect on how you wish to respond to these challenges. Consider the Stoic virtues of courage, patience, and integrity. For example, if you anticipate a tense conversation, visualize yourself listening calmly, speaking thoughtfully, and maintaining your composure. If you expect delays or frustrations during the day, imagine choosing patience rather than agitation. This mental rehearsal helps you internalize the strength and self-control to navigate your day with grace. To deepen this ritual, include affirmations or intentions inspired by Stoic principles. You might say to yourself, I will face this day with resilience and understanding, or no matter what happens, I will stay true to my values. Writing these thoughts down can make them more tangible and serve as a source of guidance throughout the day. Another powerful layer to add is gratitude. Before finishing your reflection, take a moment to acknowledge the things you are thankful for: your health, your loved ones, or simply the opportunity to face and grow through another day. Gratitude shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what is already good, setting a positive tone for the hours ahead. Finally, commit to consistency. The key to a powerful morning ritual is practice. Even on busy days, spending just 5 minutes in this reflective state can make a meaningful difference. Over time, you will notice how this intentional approach strengthens your emotional resilience, aligns your actions with your values, and fosters a sense of calm determination as you move through life's challenges. With this morning ritual in place, you are not just reacting to life, you are preparing for it, shaping each day with purpose and clarity. And as the sun sets, the practice of evening reflection offers an equally profound opportunity for self-awareness and personal growth. Now turning to the practice of evening reflection, let us explore how this simple yet profound habit can transform the way you understand yourself and your actions. As your day comes to a close, find a quiet moment to sit with your thoughts away from distractions. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself, allowing the events of the day to surface in your mind. Start by asking, what did I do well today? Reflect on moments when you upheld your values, handled challenges with composure, or made a positive impact on others. Acknowledge these instances, no matter how small, as they represent steps toward the person you strive to become. Next, gently examine areas where you could improve. Ask yourself, what could I have done better? Consider moments when impatience, frustration, or distraction may have gotten the best of you. This is not about self-criticism, but honest, constructive self-assessment. The Stoics believed that recognizing our shortcomings is the first step to growth. Use this reflection as an opportunity to learn and commit to making better choices tomorrow. To deepen this practice, you can incorporate journaling. Write down your reflections, both your achievements and areas for improvement. This process not only helps clarify your thoughts, but also serves as a record of your growth over time. Reading back through your entries can reveal patterns, progress, and insights that might otherwise go unnoticed. Another powerful aspect of evening reflection is reconnecting with your intentions and values. Remind yourself of the kind of person you want to be. For instance, if patience is a virtue you are cultivating, reflect on how you practiced it today and how you can embody it more fully tomorrow. This intentional focus strengthens your character and aligns your actions with your principles. Finally, end your reflection with gratitude. Think about the blessings of the day, no matter how ordinary they may seem. A kind word from a friend, a moment of laughter, or simply the fact that you made it through the day's challenges. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you have, fostering a sense of contentment and peace as you prepare for rest. By practicing evening reflection regularly, you cultivate self-awareness, accountability, and a deeper connection to your values. Over time, this habit becomes a powerful tool for personal growth, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and grace. And as the day fades, this nightly ritual lays the foundation for a new dawn, where another opportunity arises to live intentionally and with purpose. Now turning to the enriching practice of gratitude, let us explore how this timeless Stoic principle can transform the way you see the world and your place in it. Gratitude is more than simply being thankful. It is about shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. The Stoics believed that by appreciating the present moment and the simple joys of life, we free ourselves from the constant pursuit of more, cultivating a deep sense of contentment and inner peace. To begin, take a moment each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. This could be as simple as the warmth of the sun on your face, the support of a loved one, or the lessons learned from overcoming a challenge. Start a gratitude journal where you list 3 things you are thankful for each day. Writing these thoughts down gives them permanence and serves as a gentle reminder of the blessings in your life, even when times are tough. Gratitude also extends to the people around you. Acknowledge their contributions, both big and small. Perhaps a colleague supported you at work, or a friend listened when you needed to talk. Expressing your appreciation not only strengthens your relationships but also deepens your own sense of fulfillment. If you feel moved, take a moment to share your thanks directly with someone. A heartfelt thank you can leave a lasting impact on both you and the recipient. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of gratitude for challenges. While this may seem counterintuitive, every difficulty holds the potential to teach us something valuable. Reflect on how a struggle might be shaping your character or pushing you toward growth. For instance, a setback at work could sharpen your problem-solving skills, or a disagreement with a loved one could teach you patience and empathy. Embracing challenges with gratitude shifts your mindset from resistance to acceptance and even empowerment. To deepen this practice, take inspiration from Marcus Aurelius, who often wrote about the fleeting nature of life. he reminds us to appreciate each moment as nothing is guaranteed. This awareness not only enhances gratitude but also encourages us to live fully and intentionally. By cultivating gratitude, you align your perspective with Stoic wisdom, finding joy and meaning in the present rather than chasing an elusive future. It anchors you in a mindset of abundance, helping you weather life's storms with resilience and grace. As you move forward with this practice, remember that even the smallest acknowledgement of gratitude can ripple outward, bringing light not only to your own life but also to those around you. Moving forward, let us delve into the Stoic perspective on facing death without fear. The Stoics viewed mortality not as a source of dread, but as a natural part of life, something to be understood and embraced rather than avoided. By contemplating death, a practice known as Memento Mori, they believed we could live more intentionally and appreciate the preciousness of every moment. Consider this: if you fully grasp that your time is limited, would you spend it worrying over trivial matters or holding on to grudges? The reality of life's impermanence has the power to sharpen your focus on what truly matters and inspire you to live with purpose. To start integrating this practice, remind yourself daily that life is fleeting. This is not meant to create anxiety but to bring clarity. For example, when faced with a decision or a conflict, ask yourself, will this matter in the grand scheme of my life? This question naturally shifts your priorities, helping you let go of pettiness and focus on what brings meaning and fulfillment. Many Stoics, such as Epictetus and Seneca, wrote extensively about using the awareness of mortality as a guide for living well. Seneca, for instance, advised reflecting on each day as if it could be your last, not in a morbid sense, but to encourage gratitude and urgency in making the most of our time. Another approach is to use symbols or visual reminders to keep this perspective alive in your mind. Perhaps you could place an hourglass or a simple object like a small stone somewhere you see daily, objects that represent the passage of time and prompt you to reflect on your priorities. You might also dedicate a few minutes each evening to ask yourself, did I live today in a way that aligns with my highest values? These small but consistent reminders help you stay grounded and focused on living a life of virtue and meaning. It is also worth considering how the Stoics found freedom in accepting death. They believed that fearing the inevitable only leads to unnecessary suffering, whereas embracing it empowers us to live more boldly. For example, imagine facing a difficult decision at work or in a relationship. If you set aside the fear of failure or judgment, knowing that life is too short to be ruled by such concerns, you might find the courage to act in alignment with your principles. This mindset does not invite recklessness but rather a profound clarity, a way of cutting through distractions and embracing life fully. Finally, let us take a moment to reflect on how this awareness complements the practice of gratitude. Just as gratitude teaches us to appreciate what we have, contemplating mortality deepens that appreciation by reminding us that nothing is guaranteed. Together, these practices form a powerful combination, allowing us to live with both joy and intention. As you work with these ideas, notice how they influence your perspective. You may find your fears easing and your ability to cherish the present moment growing stronger. In embracing life's impermanence, we unlock its beauty, making each day a gift rather than a given. Keep this practice close to your heart as we continue to explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Moving forward, let us expand on the transformative power of gratitude and how to embed it into our daily lives. Developing a daily gratitude practice is not only a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, but also a proven way to shift your mindset towards positivity and fulfillment. A simple yet effective way to begin is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These do not need to be monumental. In fact, the smaller and more specific, the better. Perhaps the warmth of the morning sun on your face, a meaningful conversation, or even the comforting aroma of your favorite tea. Over time, this habit retrains your mind to seek the good in every situation, no matter how challenging. Another way to practice gratitude is by expressing it directly to loved ones or those who have made a positive impact in your life. Imagine the effect of telling a mentor how their advice shaped your decisions, or simply thanking a friend for always being there. These moments of connection not only strengthen relationships, but also leave both you and the other person with a deeper sense of appreciation. Research even shows that regularly expressing gratitude can improve mental well-being and foster stronger bonds with others, creating a ripple effect of positivity in your life. For those who prefer visual reminders, try placing sticky notes with gratitude prompts around your home or workspace. A simple message like, "What are you thankful for today?" placed near your computer or on your bathroom mirror can serve as a moment of pause and reflection. These reminders keep you anchored in the present, helping you cultivate a mindset of appreciation even during busy or stressful times. Consider also incorporating gratitude into your evening routine. At the end of each day, instead of focusing on what went wrong or what remains undone, take a moment to reflect on the good. Ask yourself, what went well today, or who brought joy into my life today? These questions refocus your attention on the positives, no matter how small, and set the tone for a restful and peaceful night's sleep. One real-world example of the profound impact of gratitude comes from a practice often shared within recovery communities. Members are encouraged to begin and end each day with a gratitude list, shifting their focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. This shift in perspective has transformed countless lives, helping individuals rediscover hope and purpose even in the face of adversity. Similarly, a study by a psychologist revealed that individuals who wrote weekly gratitude letters to people they cared about reported higher levels of happiness and satisfaction over time. These examples remind us that gratitude is not just an abstract ideal but a practical, life-enhancing tool. As you start integrating these practices, notice how they influence your day-to-day experiences. You may find that moments of frustration dissolve more quickly as gratitude acts as a lens to view life's challenges with balance. By appreciating what you have rather than fixating on what you lack, you align yourself with one of the key teachings of Stoicism, finding contentment in the present. Through small but consistent acts of gratitude, you cultivate a profound inner peace and joy that transcends circumstances. Keep this practice alive as we move forward into the next layer of Stoic wisdom. Now turning to a topic that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, facing death without fear. The Stoics embraced the inevitability of mortality, often reflecting on it as a way to enrich their lives. This practice, known as Memento Mori, or remember that you must die, is not meant to be morbid or depressing. Instead, it is a tool to remind us of the fleeting nature of life and to inspire us to live with greater intention and purpose. By acknowledging that our time is limited, we gain clarity on what truly matters and are motivated to focus our energy on actions and relationships that bring meaning. One way to adopt this practice is to take a few moments each day to reflect on the impermanence of life. This can be as simple as considering how precious each hour is or reminding yourself that today is a gift. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words urge us to approach each moment with presence and gratitude, knowing that procrastinating our dreams and delaying our love for others only wastes the time we can never reclaim. For instance, imagine you have a challenging conversation you have been avoiding, or perhaps a passion project you keep postponing. Reflecting on mortality can give you the courage to address these with urgency and authenticity. Why wait when tomorrow is uncertain? Memento Mori pushes us to act today, to make amends, to express love, and to pursue what makes our hearts come alive. Another practical approach is using visual or symbolic reminders of mortality, such as an hourglass, a calendar, or even a simple quote placed somewhere you will see it regularly. These gentle prompts can encourage you to cherish each moment and keep your focus on the things that are worth your time and energy. Some people even find comfort in journaling daily about what they would do if today were their last day, allowing them to align their actions with their highest values. The power of this practice is evident in how it transforms attitudes toward life's challenges. A fear of death often leads people to avoid taking risks or fully engaging with life. By embracing mortality, you free yourself from that fear, gaining the courage to live boldly and authentically. It is not about living recklessly, but about removing the mental barriers that hold you back. This is how the Stoics turn the contemplation of death into a celebration of life, the ultimate paradox that reveals the beauty of each fleeting moment. As we journey deeper into Stoic wisdom, remember this: Memento Mori is not a call to despair but an invitation to awaken. It is a reminder to savor the present, to mend what is broken, and to love fully while we can. Let's carry this profound perspective forward as we explore the next layer of Stoic teachings. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve deeper into making Memento Mori a daily reminder in your life. Integrating this ancient practice does not require dramatic changes, but rather small, intentional steps that bring its wisdom into your everyday routine. One way to begin is by choosing a tangible symbol of mortality that resonates with you. An hourglass, for example, visually represents the passage of time, reminding you that life is continuously moving forward. Each grain of sand slipping through signifies a moment lived, urging you to make the most of what remains. Place it on your desk, a shelf, or somewhere you frequently glance throughout the day. Another effective approach is journaling with this theme in mind. At the start or end of each day, ask yourself reflective questions. If this were my last day, how would I spend it? Or did I live today in alignment with my values? Writing down your thoughts not only provides clarity, but also helps you cultivate a habit of mindfulness. Over time, this practice gradually reshapes your priorities, allowing you to focus on what truly matters while letting go of trivial worries. For those who prefer visual or written prompts, consider surrounding yourself with quotes that inspire reflection. A simple phrase like, "You could leave life right now," taped to your mirror or laptop, can serve as a daily nudge to live intentionally. These reminders are not meant to create anxiety, but to keep you grounded, helping you appreciate the fragile, fleeting nature of existence. Meditative practices can also be a powerful way to incorporate Memento Mori into your life. Take a few quiet moments each morning to visualize the day ahead as if it were your last. Picture how you would interact with loved ones, what goals you would prioritize, and how you would approach even mundane tasks with a sense of purpose. This exercise transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities for growth and gratitude. Finally, think about reviewing your actions regularly. At the end of each week, take a moment to reflect on how the awareness of mortality influenced your decisions. Did it motivate you to overcome procrastination? Did it encourage you to express love and kindness more freely? By evaluating these shifts in mindset, you can deepen your connection to this practice and continue refining how it shapes your daily life. The true beauty of Memento Mori lies in its ability to transform fear of death into a celebration of life. Rather than avoiding thoughts of mortality, this practice invites you to embrace them, using the knowledge of life's impermanence as fuel to live with greater purpose and passion. As we explore the next Stoic principle, let this daily reminder continue to guide your actions, helping you align them with the values and goals that make your life meaningful. As the next challenge unfolds, we turn to practicing self-discipline, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that empowers us to master our impulses and desires. At its core, self-discipline is about asserting control over the mind and body, aligning your actions with your values rather than fleeting emotions or urges. Imagine a heated disagreement where frustration begins to rise. In such moments, instead of reacting impulsively, the Stoics encourage us to pause, breathe, and choose reason over emotion. This deliberate choice not only prevents regretful actions but also strengthens our ability to remain composed under pressure. Similarly, consider the challenge of resisting unhealthy cravings, whether it is indulging in junk food or procrastinating important tasks for temporary comfort. The Stoic approach would remind us to reflect on the long-term consequences of our choices. Ask yourself, will this decision bring me closer to the person I want to become? Each time you exercise restraint and prioritize what truly matters, you reinforce your self-discipline, making future challenges easier to overcome. One practical way to cultivate self-discipline is by setting small, achievable goals that require consistent effort. For example, commit to reading for 10 minutes each day or going for a short walk in the morning. These actions may seem minor, yet they build the mental fortitude needed to tackle larger challenges over time. Celebrate your progress with recognition, not indulgence, by acknowledging the effort you put into maintaining control. Another powerful practice is embracing what the Stoics called voluntary discomfort. By occasionally stepping out of your comfort zone, like taking a cold shower or fasting for a few hours, you train your mind to accept challenges without resistance. These experiences not only enhance your mental toughness, but also teach you to appreciate life's conveniences without becoming overly dependent on them. In daily life, self-discipline can also take the form of scheduling time for reflection. At the end of each day, evaluate moments where your discipline was tested. Were you able to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively? Did you act in alignment with your values? These reflections allow you to learn from your experiences and refine your approach moving forward. By practicing self-discipline, you pave the way to living a life of purpose and intention. Instead of being swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures, you take charge of your decisions with a calm and steady hand. As we transition to the next response, let this principle serve as a foundation, reminding you that mastery of the self begins with the small but powerful choice to act with integrity and reason. Now turning to building self-discipline through small wins, let us explore simple yet impactful steps you can take to strengthen your resolve. The key lies in starting with manageable actions that build momentum and confidence over time. For example, instead of committing to a rigorous workout plan right away, begin with a commitment to exercise for just 5 or 10 minutes each day. This small step feels achievable and reduces the risk of feeling overwhelmed. As you succeed in maintaining this habit, you can gradually increase the duration or intensity, building both your discipline and your sense of accomplishment. Another effective method is to align your goals with your values. Take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you, whether it is health, relationships, or career growth, and create small actions that support these priorities. If better health is a value you hold dear, consider replacing one sugary drink a day with water or adding an extra serving of vegetables to your meals. These actions may seem minor, but their consistency solidifies your commitment to what you care about most. It is equally important to recognize and celebrate your progress along the way. However, the Stoic approach teaches us to celebrate through acknowledgement rather than indulgence. This could mean taking a moment to reflect on how far you have come, sharing your success with a trusted friend, or even marking your achievements in a journal. By doing so, you reinforce the positive behavior without slipping into habits that contradict your progress. Additionally, tracking your small wins can be a powerful motivator. Keep a simple record of your daily successes in a notebook or on your phone. This visual reminder serves as proof of your growth, especially on days when motivation feels low. Remember, each small victory contributes to a larger transformation. Even something as simple as waking up 10 minutes earlier each morning or writing down 3 tasks to accomplish for the day can set the tone for continued discipline. As you practice small wins, you will notice a shift in your mindset. you start to see challenges not as threats but as opportunities to strengthen your resolve. The confidence you gain from consistent, deliberate action spills over into other areas of life, empowering you to tackle bigger goals with the steady assurance that you have mastered the art of self-discipline, one step at a time. With this practice firmly rooted in your daily life, let us now explore how embracing simplicity can further clarify our path to a meaningful and purposeful existence. Now turning to embracing simplicity, let us delve into one of the most liberating principles of Stoicism, the art of focusing on what truly matters by letting go of the excess. At its core, simplicity is not about renouncing everything or living a life of deprivation. Instead, it is about intentionally stripping away the unnecessary distractions, be it material possessions, emotional clutter, or even mental noise, so we can direct our energy toward what brings us genuine fulfillment. The Stoics believed that by simplifying our lives, we free ourselves from the burdens of constant desire, comparison, and attachment, allowing us to live with greater clarity and peace. Imagine your mind and life as a backpack. Each unnecessary item you carry weighs you down, making it harder to move forward. By removing what is not essential, the load becomes lighter and every step feels more purposeful. Practicing simplicity can start with small actions such as decluttering your living space. Take a moment to look around. Are there items you keep not because they serve a purpose, but because of habit or sentimentality? Challenge yourself to let go of just one thing today that no longer adds value to your life, and notice the space and freedom it creates. Simplicity applies to more than just physical belongings. It extends to how we spend our time and mental energy. Are you saying yes to activities, commitments, or even thoughts that drain you without offering any meaningful return? The next time you are faced with a decision, pause and ask, does this align with my values and the life I want to create? This practice of discernment simplifies your choices and ensures that your resources, your time, energy, and attention are spent on what truly matters. The emotional freedom that comes with embracing simplicity cannot be overstated. When we detach from the endless pursuit of more, whether it is more possessions, recognition, or wealth, we create space for gratitude and contentment to flourish. We stop chasing the illusion that happiness lies in obtaining the next thing and start appreciating the abundance that already exists in our lives. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By embracing simplicity, we align ourselves with a life of purpose and meaning, free from the distractions that cloud our path. It is a reminder that by focusing on the essentials, we make room for what truly enriches us. With this principle in mind, let us move forward to explore practical ways to simplify everyday life and experience the profound benefits of this timeless Stoic wisdom. Moving forward, let us explore how you can bring the principle of simplicity into your everyday life. Simplifying does not require grand gestures or life-changing upheavals. Instead, it begins with small, intentional choices that gradually create a profound impact. Start with your physical environment. Look around your living space and identify one area that feels cluttered: a drawer, a shelf, or even your wardrobe. Take a moment to evaluate each item in that space and ask yourself, does this serve a purpose or bring me joy? If not, consider donating, recycling, or discarding it. By clearing unnecessary physical items, you create a calmer, more focused environment that reflects the simplicity you are working toward. Next, consider your mental space. Our minds can often be just as cluttered as our surroundings, filled with endless to-do lists, unresolved thoughts, or repetitive worries. One effective way to simplify your mental space is to adopt a practice of mindful prioritization. At the start of each day, take a few minutes to list your top 3 priorities, the things that truly matter and align with your values. This intentional act not only helps you tackle what is important, but also prevents you from being overwhelmed by tasks that do not contribute to your overall purpose. Simplicity also extends to how we use our time. take a closer look at your daily commitments. Are there activities or obligations that you have taken on out of habit or guilt rather than genuine desire? If so, it might be time to gracefully let them go and reclaim that time for pursuits that bring you fulfillment. One powerful question to guide this process is, does this bring value to my life, or am I holding onto it out of fear or obligation? Answering honestly allows you to strip away non-essential commitments and focus on what truly enriches your life. Another way to simplify is through digital minimalism. In today's world, our devices can quickly become a source of distraction and stress. Take steps to declutter your digital life by organizing your files, unsubscribing from emails that no longer serve you, and limiting time spent on social media. By creating boundaries with technology, you free up mental space to engage more fully with the present moment. In essence, simplifying your everyday life is about making conscious choices that bring your actions, environment, and mindset into alignment with your values. Each small step, whether it is decluttering a drawer, saying no to a draining commitment, or setting limits on screen time, helps build a life that feels lighter, more intentional, and deeply fulfilling. As you move forward, take comfort in knowing that simplicity is not an endpoint but an ongoing practice, one that gradually unlocks the clarity and freedom to focus on what truly matters. With this foundation of simplicity, our journey continues as we explore the Stoic emphasis on pursuing wisdom over fleeting pleasures. Now turning to the Stoic preference for seeking wisdom over fleeting pleasures, we uncover a profound approach to living a meaningful and fulfilling life. The Stoics recognize that while temporary pleasures might provide momentary enjoyment, they often distract us from what truly matters: the pursuit of wisdom and virtue. Wisdom, in this context, is not about amassing knowledge for its own sake, but about understanding life deeply and aligning our actions with our values. It is the foundation of good judgment, enabling us to navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose. Pleasure, on the other hand, often urges us toward instant gratification, a quick thrill, a fleeting comfort, or an indulgence that, while tempting in the moment, rarely contributes to our long-term well-being. The Stoics urged us to question these impulses and to ask ourselves, will this choice bring lasting benefit to my life, or is it a distraction from my higher goals? Consider how this principle might apply in daily situations. Imagine you are faced with a choice: to spend hours scrolling through social media or to read a book that challenges your perspective. The former might offer amusement, but the latter enriches your mind, offering insights that could shape your decisions and character. In another example, you might choose between indulging in gossip or engaging in a meaningful conversation that fosters connection and understanding. The Stoics invite us to consistently choose the latter, to prioritize what builds us up and cultivates our inner resilience over what provides only momentary satisfaction. Another layer to this wisdom lies in recognizing what brings lasting fulfillment versus what leaves us empty. The pursuit of wisdom, as the Stoics taught, often requires effort, discipline, and patience. It might mean choosing to learn from a challenging experience rather than seeking to escape it, or dedicating time to personal growth rather than chasing fleeting distractions. Yet the rewards are immeasurable: a mind that is steady amidst chaos, a life guided by purpose, and a sense of contentment that external pleasures cannot provide. As you embrace this Stoic practice, start small. The next time you are about to make a decision, pause and ask, is this choice aligned with my values and long-term goals? Does it help me grow as a person, or is it merely an easy escape? Over time, these intentional moments of reflection become habits, steering your life toward greater meaning and fulfillment. By choosing wisdom over fleeting pleasures, you not only avoid meaningless distractions, but also build a life rich with purpose and understanding. With this foundation of prioritizing what truly matters, let us now delve deeper into how we can make deliberate choices that foster growth and self-discovery in our daily lives. Moving forward, let us explore how deliberately choosing opportunities for growth can become a cornerstone of prioritizing wisdom in our daily lives. It begins with a conscious decision to seek out experiences that challenge and expand our perspective, rather than simply staying within the comfort of what we already know. One practical way to do this is by immersing yourself in philosophical texts that provoke thought and self-reflection. Consider reading works not only by Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, or Marcus Aurelius, but also by other thinkers who question the nature of existence, morality, or human behavior. Each page you turn becomes an opportunity to refine your understanding and reevaluate how you approach life's challenges. But prioritizing growth is not limited to solitary reading. It also thrives in the presence of others. Engaging in discussions with people who hold different opinions or beliefs can be incredibly enriching. Rather than seeing disagreement as a source of conflict, view it as a chance to broaden your perspective. Ask questions, listen actively, and approach the conversation with curiosity instead of defensiveness. Even in moments where you do not change your opinion, you gain deeper insight into why you believe what you believe, which strengthens your inner clarity. Another way to embrace growth is through reflection on your daily actions and decisions. Take a moment to ask yourself, did I challenge myself today? Did I step outside of my comfort zone to learn or grow? Growth often requires stepping into discomfort, whether it is learning a new skill, confronting a personal flaw, or persevering through a difficult situation instead of avoiding it. These moments of effort, though sometimes daunting, are what build resilience and character over time. To make this practice a consistent part of your life, start small. Pick a specific area you want to grow in, such as cultivating patience, improving communication, or gaining knowledge in a new subject. Then commit to one tangible action each day that aligns with this goal. It could be as simple as reading one page of a thought-provoking book, initiating a meaningful conversation, or taking a small risk that pushes you beyond your usual boundaries. Over time, these repeated choices accumulate, slowly transforming your growth mindset into a natural habit. By deliberately choosing growth opportunities, you not only enrich your perspective, but also cultivate the wisdom to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Growth, like wisdom, is a lifelong journey, one that is built step by step, choice by choice, and challenge by challenge. With this empowering practice in mind, let us now turn to the Stoic response to handling insults gracefully and maintaining emotional strength amidst criticism. Now turning to the challenge of handling insults with grace, the Stoics remind us of an essential truth. The words or actions of others only have the power to harm us if we allow them to. At its core, this response is about emotional sovereignty, recognizing that we are in full control of how we react to external provocations. When faced with an insult or rude behavior, instead of reacting impulsively or taking the words to heart, the Stoics encourage us to pause and reflect. They suggest asking ourselves, does this insult define who I truly am, or is it merely a reflection of the other person's perspective? By taking a step back, we can see that the insult often says more about the individual delivering it than it does about us. This shift in perspective helps to neutralize the emotional charge of the insult and prevents it from disturbing our inner peace. Another powerful approach is to remind ourselves that the opinions of others are outside of our control. As Epictetus taught, our attention should remain fixed on our own thoughts, actions, and character elements that are within our control. If someone criticizes or mocks us, it is ultimately their judgment, not a statement of our worth. By refusing to internalize their negativity, we maintain our composure and demonstrate emotional resilience. This is not about pretending that rude behavior does not exist or excusing it, but rather about choosing not to let it dictate our emotional state. The Stoics also believed in the value of staying calm and non-reactive in the face of provocation, as this shows true strength and maturity. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is not to be like the one who wronged you. Responding with grace or even simply choosing silence sends a clear message. You are not controlled by the opinions of others. In fact, maintaining your calm demeanor often disarms the person attempting to insult you, as they see that their words have no effect. To cultivate this response in your own life, try practicing detachment through mindful reflection. Whenever you feel hurt or offended, take a moment to breathe and ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? More often than not, you will find that the answer is no. Visualize the insult as a passing cloud, temporary and incapable of altering the clear sky of your character. By letting it pass without resistance, you preserve your energy for things that truly matter. In essence, handling insults with grace is not about suppressing your emotions but mastering them. It is a practice that requires patience, self-awareness, and deliberate effort. But over time, each encounter serves as an opportunity to strengthen this skill. With this principle in mind, let us now explore how to turn criticism into constructive feedback, transforming even the harshest words into tools for personal growth. As the next challenge unfolds, let us explore how to turn criticism into constructive feedback, a practice that transforms potentially hurtful words into valuable insights for personal growth. When faced with criticism, the initial instinct for many of us is to defend ourselves or feel wounded. However, the Stoics encourage us to approach such moments with curiosity and composure. Instead of reacting emotionally, begin by calmly questioning the intent behind the words. Is the criticism offered with the aim of helping you improve, or is it simply a reflection of someone else's frustrations or biases? By examining the source and intent, you gain a clearer perspective and can separate useful advice from unnecessary negativity. Once you have assessed the criticism, consider reframing it as an opportunity for growth. Even harsh or poorly delivered feedback often holds a kernel of truth that can guide self-improvement. Ask yourself, is there something I can learn from this? For example, if someone points out a flaw in your work, set aside your pride and evaluate whether their comment has merit. Use their words to identify areas where you can grow stronger, more skilled, or more thoughtful. This shift in mindset turns criticism into a tool for building resilience and self-awareness. Another powerful strategy is to practice gratitude for constructive criticism. While this may seem counterintuitive, thanking someone for their feedback, even if it stings, demonstrates humility and emotional strength. It also encourages others to offer insights that could benefit you in the future. Remember, the Stoics valued wisdom above comfort, and welcoming feedback, even when it feels uncomfortable, is a step toward greater wisdom. To make this practice part of your life, try journaling about moments when you received criticism. Write down what was said, how you felt, and what you ultimately learned from the experience. Over time, this habit will help you see patterns in how you react to feedback and uncover consistent areas for growth. Turning criticism into constructive feedback is not about ignoring your feelings or pretending that negativity does not hurt. Instead, it is about using self-awareness and discipline to channel those feelings into something productive. It is a skill that takes practice, but each time you choose growth over anger, you strengthen your character. With this mindset in place, let us now turn to the wisdom of gratitude and how it can transform the way we view life's challenges. As we conclude this journey through 20 Stoic responses to life's greatest challenges, let us reflect on the profound wisdom these practices bring to our lives. From embracing fate with love, focusing on what we can control, and turning obstacles into opportunities, to cultivating gratitude, humility, and resilience, these timeless principles equip us to face adversity with unwavering strength and inner peace. Each response we discussed is not merely philosophical, it is a practical tool, waiting for you to apply it in your daily life. Perhaps it is accepting impermanence to find gratitude in the present moment, or practicing voluntary discomfort to build resilience. Whatever speaks to you most, take the first step today. Start small, but start. Let these principles be not just ideas, but actions that transform your perspective and character. Now, we would love to hear from you. Which Stoic response resonated with you the most? Is there a practice you are eager to try, or one that has already brought you growth? Share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else. If you found value in this video, do not forget to like and subscribe for more insights into Stoicism and practical wisdom for life. And tap that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Finally, share this video with others who could benefit from the powerful lessons of Stoicism. Together, let us embrace life's challenges with courage, patience, and wisdom. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.